Hi guys, how's it going? So let's do this incredible week from now. Full moon happening in the beautiful sign of Gemini. It is going to cross Sedna. It is going to also cross Uranus bound North Node, and it is going to get pretty damn close to that Mars. So it is like a Martian moon, and some people are calling it the cold moon because of the times and because it is going to be temperature-wise cold in the northern hemisphere. But, here in Peru, it's not going to obviously be cold, so can we really call it the cold moon? Maybe it is for some. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about this and about you and what you're doing here. So purpose and frequency of who are we? Who are we? The sun is edging towards the global MC where we have also Venus, Hygeia, and Mercury, and also Pholus. Now we have a very, very big story for you. Some people are like, holy shit, I'm going to be that, or I'm going to be this, oh my God, I'm going to finally conceive this idea or have this baby, or I don't know, build this house or something. So there's going to be quite a lot of you that are just up from where you've been. It's almost like the plane is gone where you thought you would have to walk eventually, and in 5 or 6 years you'll have to get there. So not for all of us, but for a certain few people, if there is a lot of heart, there's a lot of soul and a lot of story to who you are, and if you have a really, really addictive or addicted part of you to something or somebody, if you really, really want to know the truth, if you are a true truth finder, if you are a true kind of Sagittarian energy, if you really, really want to know yourself and get to know others, and if you want to teach and learn and walk the earth and travel and change your perspective, and if you want to be true to who you are, and also if you really want to know that thing, I really have that feeling, there's going to be definitely quite a lot of debris for some people to still get over, and for a fair few people there's going to be just an enlightenment phase. Now this is going to be very, 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 very hard for me, as I also kind of hope for it to be, to really determine which path is the path and which is the path that you're playing. So this all depends on your truth. So Sagittarian energy is counting on you to be the lucky one in whatever situation you're in, because sometimes not everything grows. So it's like you've planted every single plant in your garden and only one grows. You've made 1,000 different sketches and only one or two of them are true and that are legit. So this is like a little game. Which one is the true hero? Which one is the true blue? Which one is the true simple plan? And which direction do you truly guide yourself? What is the crux of your universe? And also, which are the next level frontiers of your soul? And what is the guidance system that you really want to bring forward as a part of your species? So understand, this is not just about like cultivating information or choosing the right energy. It's not about choosing the right shirt. It's not about choosing the right type of money or currency to work with. It's not just about that. Like, I'm sorry that I have to bring this crap into this video at all. It's about choosing you and choosing your own potential, your own story, your own juices, and your own justice. So this is not for every single person, as I do understand that there is a cookie cutter relationship to Earth in quite a few of my viewers. And I do definitely understand what that is about. And that is also a truth. That is also the truth for some people. So being nervous about everything and planning things ahead and being kind and simplified and not wanting anybody to notice you and not having to speak out and just having to follow suit and following through and just doing exactly what everybody else does, that's also not a bad idea, and it's not a bad design. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the future. So in 2023 I'm going to do a whole series of videos for 2023, obviously, so don't worry, fret not, it will be out there. There's going to be quite a big kind of like restaurant scene. There's going to be quite a big social, societal scene, because people are going to be put into packs and numbers, and there is going to be a float about feeling for quite a few of you guys if you haven't gotten to your truth, and if you haven't been yourself, and if you kept it inside, and if you just said, sure, like I'll just do what everybody, what are you having? I'm gonna have the same. Yeah, the same. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if you've done that a lot in your life, and if you've also been brought up in the category of people that hasn't actually had the energy, the sensitivity, or really the breakthrough yet to be able to be banal, maybe ungrateful enough and strong enough about you and your truth, you might not actually be available to be there yet. So this is where you see the ship sails. You know you're meant to be on that ship. You're meant to have a ticket, but you just don't. And that's something also that happened to me the previous couple of years. And I know what that feeling is when the boat has sailed, that person has walked out of your life, or that opportunity has phased itself out, or these gift bringing vibrations, these foolish ways of ours, we don't understand that as golden until it's gone, until maybe it's time also. So that's also like a question of maturity. And even if you're 50, 60, 70 years old, I don't know, come on, maybe we're still learning and we're still confusing each other. All of us still are evolving, which is a good sign, right? Sorry. So you're still growing up, and you're still growing of your previous opportunities. And sure, not many a boat will return to your life, but sometimes they won't. So like that's the thing, also understanding opportunity and the spectrum of truth and a spectrum of bringing yourself up over a certain level and understanding your life. Like you're not just a settler, you're not just like nervous about your cash, you're not just nervous about your stomach and who is there next to you, you're not just nervous about what other people say, you actually want it. And that is different for many people. So because of the sky, it can be about love, lust, and sexuality. Sorry. It might be about that only for some of you guys. So if you really like metaphors to what is ascension and what is the real healing of life, you could be looking at something or somebody that you've just dreamed of, and there is a lust and there is sexuality involved there. So there's a lustful way in the world awakening for some people, and there is a need for emotionality and lust and sex and just feelings and karmic experiences, just to be able to somehow realize or conceive the feeling or the freaky emotion of, oh wait, my life partner is with another person, oh my god, like my whole story. But if you are actually real, so I'm sorry I have to lead you back, I like put it out there, but I've got to lead you back. If you're actually a real person and you want to speak less of other people controlling you, or voices or energies or frustrations leading you on or guiding you on in different people's lives and different territories in the world, you have to trust. So yeah, for some people, the boat has definitely sailed. Some people cannot get back on the bus. Some people cannot grow those wings or have that opportunity come back again. And for a certain type of person, a tribe, there is need to really stand still and hope for more. It's like, oh my gosh, I have fully missed the point, or like I have invested all my money here, or I have lost my mind, or I have lost myself. Okay, and for certain people, there is a certain type of package that life provides as a kind of a compensation gift. It's like Game Time TV, life on planet Earth. Not for every single person, but for certain people, that could be compensation. You cry, you understand your shortcomings, you understand where you didn't do what you had to do, and where you have been, where you didn't need to be. And then eventually the world evolves around you, and you get that next level personality, you get that next level conclusion, and you get that next level vibration. But not every single person gets that. Now, the best way of life for me right now at the moment, as I do understand, is for a lot of other people, is to get clear on what the hell it is that you really want, and what do you really want to be a part of now. So it's not for every single person. It depends on how your body works, and if it is fully, truly tigered up in the tiger year 2022, if you have enough brawn, if you have enough potential, if you've gotten yourself wealthy, healthy, and also safe, and maybe ecstatic or well known enough to be able to hack it or push it. But yeah, for some people, time is running dry. And then for a lot of others, there's extra money, there's extra cash in your wallet. Jupiter is at an aspect to Venus. You see, they're at a perfect square. Also, Jupiter is in the no man's zone of ascendant. Now here between Pisces and Aries is a very interesting no-go zone. But yeah, some things can happen out of the blue. Coming of age, sudden change, a sudden like necessary change in your life, a sudden missing ingredient, a sudden experience or experiment, a necessary change and a necessary love. So yeah, for some people there's going to be like through the distance, you know, your real true twin flame or something like that. You know, sure, if you want, you can think, or like that money that had to come like for ages, or that final sale you have fully sold, or you have fully forgiven yourself, or you fully have achieved that primal, wealthy, healthy, well-to-do, sensitive, and no longer frustrating place in your galaxy. So yes, finally that book is sold out. Finally, wow, those places are filled. Finally, I got that booking. I sold my house, you know, or something like that. Everybody knows me now. Everybody looks at you now as a hero or a prize. And yeah, for some people, it's just like a little packaged up They see your potential, but it's not just about that. People are going to help you through these next few years or these windows if you have got what it takes to be able to weather the storm and still have the heart and the compassion and the empathy and the security inside of yourself as a true blue, real human being that can actually see the potential in life and understand what their world is coming to and what their own representation and what their own courage and charisma is leading themselves towards. So yeah, Orpheus is done. We've gone through that side, the hidden sign between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and we are now looking at the real principal of the school, the real teacher, the real guru, and the real attraction for some people for many years to come. So your business ideas or your possibility potential or your ideas as to how to at least market yourself or how to regulate yourself and how to look at yourself and how to look forward for the future are probably really set in, and there is a very beautiful timeline or like a space in which you could be very well off and in which you could be in a very, very good place. Now, the best of yet, not everybody, but some people get to really see the whole mark, the best of yet. Look, this is like the best personality, or like this is the brightest, or this is the best painting I've ever painted, or this is the best work by this artist. Now this is going to be very, very strong, and in some careers, in some situations, you can't be more than that, probably not for a long time. So it's like, I have made my record, I can't beat that record. It's like there's just nothing I can do. Like I had so many things happen because of something that I've done. I cannot manifest another similar thing. So that is also needed to be seen for some people. It's like, this is the tops, this is the best, this is what I've been working towards, or this is what my strength, agility, and friendship with the world and me, through myself, through my biology, through my understanding, this is the only way. And also for a lot of people, it's not. You know, some people that are very, very welcoming of life and understand how to draw inspiration from the world don't have to have that rigidity and that structure. So Mars pushes the moon towards the only one, the only strategy, the only place, the only beauty, the only brilliance, the only friendship, and then everything else is gone. But if you are a very, very inspired person and you understand the opportunities between all creation and the frequencies beyond that which you can see, touch, and understand, you can feel that unlimited feeling, and you can conceive and keep on conceiving, regenerate and keep on regenerating, and get together with more and more people and be in more and more places at once, almost be in more countries. You can be more represented, you can have more faces smiling at you, you can have more people shake your hand, you have more connections. But it's not just about human lives and rubbing shoulders. It is about potentiality and having multiplicity as part of your story. Now the journey is not really the same maybe for me as it is for you. I'm getting it. Not maybe many people really need this type of energy or this type of tribe to represent the rest of social psychology. So I'm going to go towards another channel of mine and work more on that. So I understand my truth through another thing, and that's not too bad. So also maybe starting with you can do a lot more for yourself than other people can do for you, or than we can do together, and that's also okay. So like coming of age, taking care of each other and parting ways and being part of different phenomena. And also if you don't think what you really wanted is coming true, and if you understand now that you were always much more than this, if you understand that your value that you placed on yourself is so small in comparison to how you're feeling right now, if you don't want to breathe this air anymore, if you don't want to be part of these people. Now this is a huge, huge wake-up call to me and many, many other people out there. You can go. You can change. And also some people have to go by force. Like some people get kicked off, like say they get kicked off the internet, or like they get kicked off, like kicked out of their home. They get kicked out of their village or broken up with. And we had some breakups during the previous couple of months as well, really, really big ones. It's not about just breaking off. It's about being no longer wanted because the progress that you can conceive there is just not real. It's just not real. It's like no matter how much time I spend like here, or no matter how much time I talk about this or talk about that, it is going to eventually encapsulate me in a really tiny container and is going to talk to me as if I'm a child still. And it is still not going to evolve me after all. So that is something that I'm here to do basically, is I'm going to understand I have to evolve my other channels, okay, for you viewers to really understand me. So please have a look, join up. There are 5 channels. They're in the caption section below probably. or in that video about my 5 channels that I just recently posted. So in terms of being evolved and branching out and doing not what other people want you to do or not what other people expected. Now, this is probably the best way to go for most people. And yeah, so this is like how the story goes. Even though some things you can have now, afford now, buy now, be a part of now, are nice and bulky and big and huge and bouncy, there is going to be another wave of that and another wave of that, another wave of that, till you're just not interesting to yourself anymore. So in my case specifically, as I'm also seeing for some other people, even if you get a really nice sum of money for something you're doing, even if you get respected and patted on the back by society, you probably don't want to be there anymore. So this is not about, also this is just about being not nervous and not wanting to be part of something that has too much bulk, has too much no, has too many rules, and has too many also addictions or abbreviations or obsessions. No, you can't do this, you can't say this, or you can't be a part of this team. No, you can't say this online. You cannot say this on the radio. So all of these different censorships, not just censorships, but stories that another bulk or another conglomerate of being or another like phenomena in nature weaves for you, you might not want. So that's where like a lot of things have to maybe happen to me to straighten out. But I got to tell you, not a lot of people also want to be around you if you don't want to do the thing or the things that other people really want to do with you now. So there's a prescription. There's a prescribed meter of how you fit in. There's a prescribed country or territory. There are prescribed people, and there's a prescribed way of life. And no human wants that. Even if you are a really far-fetched human for me, and if you like being in a box and looking at your screen, even if you don't like to go outside, it's just a part of your nature. Most people in the world, because inside we are mostly water. Water is fluid, and it wants to see things that it hasn't seen before and do things it hasn't done before. So experimentation and extroversion, and politely said, experimentation, no, not just chaos, probably, is something that quite a lot of people might choose because of it being a little bit more energetically settling for the water within. And we sometimes not only because of being water, choose chaos, is just simply because we don't know how else to be human people, humankind, unless we evolve. And just having a big win or having a big growth or just saying thumbs up, I gotten really good at something, isn't to do with real true connection. It's not really to do with real true evolution unless you are very broke. So I do understand that some people, being broken and unwise myself previously in the past, they choose conformity. So like sometimes it's just a nice little house. It's just a cabbage patch full of vegetables. It's just a lovely day outside. It's just my tummy full of food. Sometimes people just want this because not because of like black magic or anger or frustration or fright or territorial stuff. They just want some time and peace. So if you're one of those people that have been knocked around by the hardships of this world, if you've been around and if you didn't really make the best choices, yeah, some of it will show if you are tired and you are low on light and you sometimes just need to relax. If you're one of these people and you don't necessarily want to move on, if you don't want to travel, if you don't want to go, if you don't want to next line it, if you don't want to headline, if you don't want to bring yourself into that next future, there's no wrong done. There's no harm in it either. It's just more likely that you're not going to get it. If you can stand there on the shore and see that ship sailing, the ship of dreams, the ship of life, and you're fine with that which you have, and you're fine with that which you've got left behind, kudos. Not everybody can do that without having a little bit of a little grudge eventually. So that's really sore. I think also like I feel that as well. Other people understand when you have missed the point, when you have missed the bus, or when you have missed an opportunity, or you don't want to take the opportunity because of how much responsibility you have, or how many people you still want to look up to you, or like what people you want to be a part of. You're still waiting for someone else, counting for someone else to join you. Maybe you're still waiting for someone else's opinion or somebody else's money to support you. So maybe there is a critical way that you need to look at yourself now. And this is going to be a big heart opener for me, I'm sure, as for many other people. You don't get these opportunities, you don't get these options all the time. Okay. So you don't get these types of people in your life all the time. You don't get these types of money-making schemes all the time. You don't get these, it's not just about that, is you don't get these vibes all the time. So maybe not everybody wants to see this because it's hard to look at. Not everybody's brave enough or young enough or conscious enough or just fine enough with themselves in their life to embrace it. But there is a next level opportunity, and there is a next level figure. There is a there's a big bulk. There's a huge, giant gap between some of it that you've had or you've got and this next thing. It's not just like, and then I evolved step by step. It's not a step ladder now. It's like, you know, like a huge giant change, like a huge wheel of life being basically replaced by a next level thinking pattern and feeling pattern. And if you are not yet true and tuned in and tuned up, yeah, maybe it won't be able to matter. And maybe you'll just say to me, look, I'm like an astrology seeking person. Like, who are you? What is this? Are you like a communist or something? This is like crazy stuff. Like, just give me the guides. Like, just leave all this crazy stuff. Like, I just want to get money for my business. I just want to, like, you know, paint my nails and like sit at a salon and chew my bagel and like, I don't know, flick through Instagram. I don't care about all this. So, like, that's okay. That's up to you. So basically my channel is now evolving out of that and into just more progressive people. You know, so what do you want to do? How does your heart fly? You know, how does your body feel? What is it that you wanted all your life? How did you at the end of the day really want to dress, talk, walk, feel, do? How did you, by the end of your life, want to look back at you? What did you really imagine when you were a child? And why don't you just go ahead and just do something kind or wild? And then the friends you have will no longer be that's true, and the opportunities that you are harboring are not going to be there for you, but there's going to be the next level situation, which leads you to the next level conversation with God and the divine and what it is. Because we cannot just wait around and play a game like we are Siamese. We don't want to have these little clicks anymore. It's a dis-ease. It's a separation from your core. And yes, the next level value or your business for sure will improve if you can just understand what you are here to prove, but not just to prove, perfect, or discover what is it in truth that gives you your power, and what really does it mean, you know, to flower, and how much time or energy or shape do you have to really get it over and done with and just shave off those years and feel alive again. And yes, there is a special road for all the lovely, lucky women and men, but this is not just the one. There is more than meets the eye if you are an exceptionally observant and eccentric type of guy. So thank you very much. That's my little cosmic message to you. I hope that you had fun, and if you like, have a look at my 5 other channels. 4 other channels, I'm sorry, 4 channels, 5 in total. 4 channels. Buy my book. Buy the book. I have a book of predictions for 2023. It's optional, but you know, it's a really good manual. And yes, I will see you another time. And I hope that the joy of this world overwhelms. Thank you. Have a good time, and I'll see you later on.